A very good morning to you. I hope you did catch that interview with Juan Barry Moses and Wavinya. I am Hilda Wadidi, and it's about time we have our final interview for the day. And with me in studio, I have the Fenty Beauty 254 representatives, all the lovers of makeup by Rihanna. Today you are well represented. They're also liberal feminists. I have one, Amira Renee and Esther Zula. Say good morning to people.
Good morning, everyone. And hi, Hilda. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good morning. So good to be on the show, and thank you for having us.
Yes. Before we move on, we'd like to understand the dress code today. Can you tell us what was happening?
Well, we like to twin.
To sparkle.
Yeah, we like to twin when we get the chance. So we have a lot of matching things. So today we decided to unleash our matching t-shirts, and it's yellow, and yellow is bright, and we're trying to come with bright vibes. So we decided to wear our t-shirts and just a little heel. I decided to wear a dress. I like dresses, so
okay.
Yeah.
Amira, you're from London, and we wanted to. Okay, no, I know you're Kenyan, but you've just come from London. In relation to Fenty Beauty 254, we would like to understand why you chose that particular brand of makeup to come and sell it here in Kenya.
I think for me, I love Rihanna, and I know a lot of people, Kenyan girls, who do as well. And when I found out she was launching makeup, I was very happy because she was launching 40 foundation shade ranges. And being dark skinned, that's something that I haven't really heard of. But I also knew that she was launching limited edition, so she wasn't launching in many places. And even in the UK, she wasn't launching in many places in the UK. She only launched in London and two other cities. So I happened to be in London because I was there for school, and I knew that I get to come back to Kenya quite frequently, and I was like, why not be the plug to Kenyan girls here who don't yet get the chance to have Fenty.
I like that.
So I saw the opportunity and I ran with it, and it's been going pretty well. Yeah.
So how has the response been? Are guys buying the makeup? Are you wearing Fenty right now?
Of course. Everything is Fenty on my face. Foundation, eyeshadow, lips, all Fenty. So yeah, get high on your own supply.
So how have the girls been responding? Are they buying it? Are they like, oh, we don't even know it exists? How have you? What kind of market response have you gotten from other ladies?
People have been buying Fenty, and I've tried to also try Fenty. I'm not trying Fenty today, but yeah, and the products are great. And for those people who know the great value of makeup, then they've gotten themselves some.
All right, sawa basi. Now let's move on to more funner topics. You two are best of friends, so I understand, yes?
True.
Yes, and you have a page together called Renzula, and you call yourselves liberal feminists. Can you tell us about that?
Esther, do you want to?
Would you like me to?
Go ahead.
So basically, you define a feminist as someone who believes in the equality of the sexes when it comes to pay, to the way they're treated, to human rights. So I would say it's something everyone should be, but that's not a lot of what you see usually. So and we're really trying to channel that, and we're trying to empower women. That's really what we're about. We're about many other things, but that's our number one focus, to just empower women and really be aware of the strength that we have.
Okay, so is it just about women, or you believe in equality? Because I've heard you mention equality. And my next question, being that you sell makeup, do you feel like, okay, we've had a lot of incidences of men cross-dressing and putting on makeup and what have you. What do you think about men and makeup? Do you think they should be wearing makeup?
To be honest, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, because like even for TV, for example, sometimes guys put a bit of foundation,
would
like
you
touch
advise
up
some Fenty?
Yeah, I actually would. I actually would, like foundation, like if you want it, like do you. That's what I believe. But I think as far as equality, we're leaning more on the side of like what Esther was saying, especially when it comes to socially and politically and economically. There's a lot of inequality when it comes to women and young girls, and you feel it even just walking on the street, sometimes even just how you're addressed, just because you're a lady, like you're not given the same respect. A man walking on the street won't be told some of the things you're told just walking on the street. So we're just kind of about, you know, making sure that as women, though these things are going on, let's give ourselves the tools and let's empower one another so that we can rise above these things.
All right, so since you two became feminists, has it affected your relationships with men in any way? Like personally, as in your dating life, now that you're a liberal feminist and you're okay with a lot of things and you believe in equality, has it affected your relationships with guys? It's Queen's Wednesday, just feel free.
We would say we've rubbed some people in the wrong way. Yeah, Amira, would you like to shed more light on that?
I think we have friends who support it, like they're friends, they're even guys you'll find that say they're feminists. Like I had a lecturer in school who's a feminist, like so people who really know what it really means and who have done their due diligence to do their research understand that it's not that we're bashing men. But then obviously there are those guys who feel like, you know, watch your words, watch your mouth.
You were told to watch your words. Interesting.
Yeah. We've had a few debates, you know, having to defend our stance, especially pertaining one particular issue. We did a post maybe like in February about this girl called Elsie at Esther's school in USIU who came out saying she was raped and like abused by different guys, and we like stood by her and we got some flack for it from a guy friend of ours. But yeah.
What did he say? We would like to hear. Anika watu, report them.
I think he said his issue was more of how our words came through. That we meant one thing. We were just supporting her and being like, okay, go girl, this happened to you, we stand with you, this shouldn't be happening to girls in this day and age. But for him it came out like, oh, we're bashing men, we're saying all men are trash and that kind of thing. So we really had to stand and say, okay, we're sorry if it came across the wrong way, but this had to be said, and we don't apologize for saying it.
Oh, good, you didn't apologize. I like that. Anyway, since you're all about women empowerment, there's this idea that if you apply too much makeup, you have low self-esteem, and if you don't apply any makeup at all, then you don't care about yourself. What do you think about the girls who prefer to not wear makeup, or people who think that girls in makeup are trying too hard?
That's a really good question. I think because I feel like I do both. I prefer not wearing makeup. I just feel like wearing makeup is such a hassle. But I don't wear it because I necessarily have a low self-esteem, and I don't think people who wear it all the time necessarily have a low self-esteem. People like to enhance their faces, but I also understand where that like stereotype comes from. So I just feel like personally I don't like the whole notion of absolutes, like we just generalize people who do this are like this, people who do that are like that, like so I just think it's just different strokes for different people. You can't group everyone together. Like one person's story is not the same for another person.
Like what you just said, it's so funny that whether you put on makeup or you don't put on makeup, people are still gonna talk. So the thing is, just do you, whatever works for you.
Okay, so the page that the two of you have, you formed it and you started it together. Why are you two besties? Can you tell us where this alliance, where this friendship began? Real quick.
Oh, we could shed tears.
Okay, so we've met. I was born in London and my dad is Kenyan, so we came back here when I was 8, and Esther and I met at church actually.
In church?
Because you know we love the Lord.
Where?
So we met in church when I was 8. We met and I think she was 9, and so we kind of had to see each other every Sunday, like on Fridays, and we clicked. We're actually very different, like personality wise. I'm more loud and out there, Esther's more reserved, but our friendship has stood the test of time. It's going on, I think, from 21 12 years or something like that.
12 years, almost a decade.
Over a decade. So yeah, we've been through a lot together, and so the ups and downs of friendship, it stood the test of time, and so I can say that, like, truly we're more than best friends. Like, we call ourselves soulmates. I know people usually refer to that term like with guys and stuff. Yeah, but like literally, like, we've been through so much together, like ride or die. So yeah.
All right, that's an interesting story. But before we leave, I'd like to ask you a question. We were discussing, just the three of us as girls out there, and we had this my dress, my choice conversation. And I wanted to ask you, since you have an interest in fashion and women issues, how would you compare the fashion industry in UK and the one here in Kenya?
Okay, that's a good question. I feel like the fashion industry in Kenya is growing. Like, girls are becoming more expressive, which I like to see. Like, people are more expressive with their style. In London, it's kind of like there's just no rules. Like, really, like, you can wear what you want. No one will say anything. No one will do anything to you. You can literally walk the streets however you want to walk them. So I guess that's the major difference. A lot of the things that people wear there, guys and girls, if they came with it here,
it would not end well.
No. So it's much more out there. People are much more expressive, just being who they are. And so yeah, you will see a lot more diversity and a lot more things that, until if you're not used to it, you might get shocked.
So you kind of have to change it up when you come here.
To be honest, no. I feel like personally, I'm just like, obviously you have to, when in Rome, like, be respectful to the surroundings, but generally I wear what I want.
I like that. My dress, my choice. So, anyway, before we leave, we were also having a small tete-a-tete, the three of us, and this whole idea of Kuna River Road, London, where fake or cheap makeup is also sold. So we would like to confirm these allegations. Kuna River Road, huku ama ni huku tu?
Kuna River Road. There's a lot of, everyone has to get their money how they get it.
Yeah.
So, and not everyone is balling. Like, I'm a student when I'm in London. I'm not balling. So you go to like those side shops that have, hair which is like really cheap, makeup which is like really cheap, and it works, and you won't know the difference. So why not?
So they should not judge us. They also have their
of course.
That's very good information.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyway, it's about time we conclude this segment. I would like you guys to talk about your social media handles. You mentioned them real quick for Renzula and for Fenty Beauty 254. And next time, Nilete. Thank you.
Okay, what's up? It's Amira. So if you want some Fenty, we're actually releasing new delivery dates for the next 3 months. Follow Fenty Beauty 254 on Instagram. It has all the details for pricing, for contact. Everything is there. And Renzula?
So we have a page together, as you heard, and the handle is _Renzula, yeah?
It's not underscore.
There's no one. Oh, okay. It's Renzu. Okay, it's RENZULA, then an underscore at the end. Yes, there is.
There's no underscore. There is. Yo, just look at me. It's RENZULAA, no underscore.
All right.
Oh, my bad. It's a double A at the end.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we'll be sure to check out your page. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for coming.
Thank you so much.
Lovely. Kuna mtu mali amesema kuna Wakamba in the building. But anyway, Kalayelo is for everybody.
Don't forget to sparkle.
Do not touch that dial.